even if you changed it for subsequent donations.
A girl named Claire Redfield is in town on business of her own. She came to uncover
Is there supposed to be a picture?
circumstances of her brother's
I
disappearance.
think so.
Chris Redfield.
You don't see anything, right?
I don't see anything.
Only now.
Oh, there it comes. Oh, yeah, there's a dark screen after the Ada flashback, I guess.
Basic survival within the nightmare was once Raccoon City.
Oh yeah, the GameCube is really close to the microphone. I don't know if that's good or bad. I want to like
Put this down on the shelf, probably.
Okay.
GameCube fan, I guess I'm on.
Yeah, there we go.
But not back in the fan, back in the fan. Not a super fan.
Actually, away from the speakers is better too.
Okay.
There you go.
All right.
I'm finally here.
I like how in every incarnation since the original, like Dark Side Chronicles and stuff, they gave Claire like regular jean shorts. Because I guess maybe at some point in the past, like 15 years after this game came out, people were like, you know, the likelihood of someone having red jean shorts the same color as their vest just seems a little bit too unrealistic in a game that is very high fidelity. So, yeah.
Hello? Is anyone here? Hello? Hello?
How's it going?
Look, I'm sorry I bothered you, okay? Just don't come any closer. Are you listening?
Texas Chainsaw Massacre and
Don't shoot.
72.
We can't stay out here. Head to the police station. It'll be a lot safer. There!
Yeah, I think my favorite response, or like my favorite like dialogue for any Resident Evil game of someone talking to a zombie
Yeah.
to try and get it to respond is Leon in Resident Evil 4. Like at the beginning when he's like, "Sir,
I was just thinking that.
sir,
Roll this photograph. Yeah, it's really good.
sir." Like,
Yeah. First day on the job.
After he's already been through Raccoon City,
yeah.
and it doesn't like
Mine's Claire.
flash any red flags in his
Claire
mind.
Yep.
Came to find your brother, Chris.
I love the guitar. This part.
She does. It's by my first.
Did you open the glove box?
Okay, we'll watch.
There's a gun inside.
Better take it with you.
Do you have my gloves on my hands, Mom?
Yes, I do. All right, we'll tune back in at home, and I'll put the chat.
Well, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Do your best.
You okay?
Okay. You do your best too.
Still in one piece.
All right, come on, baby.
Maniac's gonna ram us!
That guitar there is so good. Yeah, Resident Evil 4 Deeper Cut edition. When he's like, "Step away right now," and he just like walks backwards, turns back around. Sir? Yeah.
Claire!
I think RE4 Deeper Cut edition is probably my favorite Resident Evil YouTube poop. I know that's like a really specific set of ramifications for a thing, but there's a few of them out there. Yeah. Every time he jumps out a window, he goes backwards again. Oh, I should actually play the game now.
Seems reasonable.
Yeah. So it's kind of weird that B scenario, where it's not meant to be your first playthrough and can't be normally, I actually think the whole like getting to the police station is a little simpler. It's like kind of scary and difficult on a scenario, but there's just fewer screens to go through, fewer zombies in your way, etc. I also like B scenario because you get to pretty much start out by throwing a key away, which, as you may know from yesterday or previous night marathons, is my favorite thing. Oh yeah, like Salazar's guard throwing the knife back at Leon. Or just like Lewis is constantly like, "Adios, Leon." It's good. There's pretty cool FMV stuff that's unique to B scenario that helps fill in some of the gaps in the story.
Hey, get over here! Hurry!
I can't set her down. I'll drop you a rope ladder. Grab onto it.
Come on, just a little more. Get off me! Stay back! Don't come any closer! Stay back!
It's funny that in-game the automatic weapons are so good against zombies, and in cutscenes they seem to be useless against zombies in RE2 and 3, but they're great against humans. Yeah, oh, that guy's super duper dead. It's like pretty much that guy and Marvin were the only police left in the station at this point anyways. The folly of man being vulnerable to machine guns, yeah. Yeah, he did kind of have a Hagar mustache. Chief Irons kind of has a Hagar mustache too, but I think that's about where the resemblance ends. So we're gonna come over here and try to get acid rounds right away, so that we can use them to deal with our new POW. It's unique to this mode.
Do Claire and Leon have different mechanics in this one?
They're pretty similar. They mostly just have different weapons.
Okay.
Like Leon gets a shotgun and a magnum. Claire gets a bow gun and a grenade launcher.
Okay. But it's not like RE1 where one of them has more pocket space and one of them has.
Oh yeah. What they did instead of that in this game is if you go to the armory, there's the side pack and the submachine gun.
Okay.
So they're either 2 extra inventory slots or a gun that takes up 2 inventory slots.
Oh, okay.
And whichever one you take in A scenario will be missing in B scenario.
Oh, that's actually really cool.
Yeah, but I think you can actually take both of them. We didn't actually go into that room during Leon A, so we can, I think, just swing by there during this playthrough and pick up both of them if we want.
Oh, did you do A scenario yesterday?
Yeah, Leon A was yesterday, and so this is the same save data continued for the Claire B scenario.
Cool.
Oh, thanks for the follow. Gory 72. See, I wonder if that's gory like alternate spelling for gory like violent or bloody, or if it's gory like gory from Agretsuko.
A little better on the screen there.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm not super familiar with with RE 1.5. Okay, I guess we're just shooting these guys forever. Yeah, so there's like kind of a cool thing you can do where you hold down the fire button and release the aim button, and it makes you fire faster than usual, which I like did like a pro for like 3 seconds there and then proceeded to screw up 8 minutes. But,
Excuse me.
yeah, so zombies on the ground that don't have a pool of blood under them but aren't getting up actually are at 0 hit points, so to speak. But they'll still grab your leg if you run past, and you can step on them or whatever. But if you leave the room, they just they despawn because they're donezo.
Yo, we got a new top donor.
Oh, nice.
Hasn't updated on the stream yet. That's on the website.
That's good.
I'll tell you who it is, but it's anonymous.
Whoa.
The hacker group. Or maybe not that thing.
Or maybe just everybody collectively who has been making anonymous donations.
Actually, I wonder if that would do it. No, 'cause
Well,
it's the email, I
yeah, I
guess.
said it was by email, so
Yeah, it's by email.
it's kind of fun though. Oh no, I took damage. On the stream, not in Resident Evil. Yeah, so the GameCube version has the unique ability to cancel cutscenes like this. I try to watch most of them because I think they're pretty great, but for the sake of saving time, we don't need to watch the thrilling turn the valve handle for like the 80th time. So this cutscene is the introduction of one of my favorite features for B scenario. It's a man that lives in a cylinder. Also, now that the birds have kind of moved on from this hallway, I guess, makes it a little easier to pick up the items that are in here. Oh no, who's that? Uh-oh. Oh, he fell over. Not so bad after all, I suppose. Uh-oh, what's happening? Well, it looks like our pal's just getting started. Oh yeah, we have the infinite launcher from our last playthrough, so I guess if we start running short on time, maybe we can just start blowing everything up.
That could be fun.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a pretty good superpower to just stand up whenever you want. I mean, I think I would use that on like a daily basis.
So we probably saw jump donations earlier. We have a couple
changes to the Terrordrome raffle tournament tonight at 7 p.m. that we actually have not yet. We have to reflect in the schedule and everything, and the incentives. Megan will be replaced
Oh, whoops.
with Matt. And Danny is dropping out, and we still will need a replacement for him. Tom, do you want to play Terrordrome?
I
7.
wasn't positive I'd be here that late, but
Okay,
I can do that actually. How long is it gonna go for, you think?
an hour.
Okay.
It's a single elimination
Okay.
with 8 people.
Yeah, as long as I can go against Preston. Can I make that request, or is it gonna be all random seed?
Nope, I like that. Let's do it.
That does sound legit. I realized I forgot where the key card is. I might just ruined everything.
Whoops.
Oh gosh, where is it? Because we can't just go talk to Marvin.
Right.
Oh no. It's like... Oh, I remember where it is now. That was silly of me.
It is kind of messed up that I already donated to someone else to win it.
To
Other-
who?
Frank.
Well, Frank's still in there.
Right, but now I'm in the tournament.
Well, that's
I bet
fine.
against myself.
Brent donates from himself every time.
Cool.
Yeah. In fact, we even had this acid round saved up for this specific situation. There's our card key. This situation. And I missed like a I don't know what word I was looking for there. Champ Pro.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, there's a liquor in there now that I guess I'm gonna have to deal with eventually, but I can just run away from it like the rest of my problems.
Yep. Of course, we keep running into trace back to
Yeah, this,
Streamlabs, yeah.
there's a Windows batch file.
I guess Chump is pretty good there too.
Makes me unhappy. The timer I changed to it is not timing correctly. So we did see a hiccup in our stats as we were expiring things. Some of them may have.
Or is it like the little test face down there?
So we
Like, why is test just a picture of a face?
Right.
Right. I guess maybe it's supposed to be like a mugshot, maybe? Or that's like the icon for their guest account, maybe?
Actually, you know what?
What?
That anonymous is probably bad.
Is it?
Yeah, if you did.
This is his first donation was anonymous. Yeah.
Oh, I see.
That would actually.
Thanks for follow.
We'll want to change that next time.
Yeah, anonymous is a tricky thing.
Hopefully, I'm just thinking you probably want to revise the system to reflect your latest display name,
And not the first one.
not the first one.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I actually think it's pretty good that it's anonymous, to be honest.
We want folks to know that.
Auto has betrayed us?
Game
Okay.
is the top donor.
What's that?
I want folks to know that the person playing right now is basically an insider.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess that's a bit suspicious, right? Give me your bullets.
We're legit, swear.
I mean, he paid for the privilege.
In fact, too legit to quit. At least that's what we say when we're on Hollis Street.
I kind of thought they were being anonymous, though. Oh, I should have put anonymous for the stream boss name.
You should have, yeah.
Missed opportunities.
Yeah, well, you can do it again. Just donate $453.
Yeah, I guess so.
It's just that easy.
Yeah.
We're almost at 2K already.
Yeah, we're on like a really good pace.
Yeah, this is great. Oh, that reminds me. I'm gonna retweet Frank's thing where he said he'll donate $1
Yeah, $1 for every death. in Limbo.
Every time he dies in Limbo, and that he wants to see if anybody would be willing to match his donations.
Like how the zombies here straight up dive through the windows now.
The gauntlet is down. Is Limbo a very death-heavy game?
It can be, yeah. It's
Watch much of it.
like the first time you play through, yeah, you're gonna die a lot, but like I don't know, it's not crazy to go no deaths in that one.
Okay, so
It's very puzzle. It's not like execution heavy. It's just you gotta know what to do and then just do it.
it shouldn't be that scary to accept this challenge.
No, it's not that scary.
Cool.
It's just abnormal.
It's just abnormal.
Don't like dealing with that zombie, so I just like to blow him up instead.
What happened to Bob Euchre? Must have died. I bet he died. Oh no. He's calling a playoff game. Okay.
There. Now it's painfully clear whenever we are, in fact, actively updating those stats.
What will happen when it's not?
The screen won't be scrolling anymore.
I see. Cool.
As long as it's doing stuff, we're good. Years and years of experience, all boil down to is doing stuff, you're good. I'm professional, folks. Trust me.
It's an honor to be in your presence.
I've never met a professional before.
I saw the movie.
Leon.
The Professional. Yeah. Leon!
Wait.
Follow me.
Follow me.
Hide. Plant is best dog.
What?
Which plant?
What? Is he talking about the plants at the end that are like the walking plants? Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe. We didn't damage any, we didn't damage any of those for the record. So I mean, if you want to count those as dogs for our no dog damage run, they oh yeah, that plant is a good dog.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well.
That's right.
Okay.
Leon!
He's got the costume too.
Yep, we can see the continuity here.
To see you're still
Pretty
among
good. I guess we didn't go check on Brad, but it's whatever, I guess.
not.
I didn't see that Leon costume. That's great.
Oh, we have an
Yeah.
incentive for this game
It
too.
also makes him hold his gun with one hand like this.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
At the end of this run, we're going to be raffling off copies of Resident Evil 4 and Resident Evil 5. We're going to be giving out Steam codes for them.
There's no reason for us to stay any
Right,
longer than this.
$5 per entry.
Let's split
Donate
up
to Resident Evil 2
any
Game B,
survivors. Get out of here.
and you'll have a chance of winning Resident Evil 4 and Resident Evil 5 for Steam.
One last thing. Here's a radio. Take it. That way we can keep in touch if anything happens.
So you can tell this game is from the 90s. It's a fax machine.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, don't remember what the fax is about, so I think we should check it out.
Alright, let's go see.
Federal Police Department Internal Investigation Report.
Why
Oh,
would
right.
That's an interesting thing for them to be sending into the...
Yeah, well, they're sending to the STARS office. You see, I think that's the important detail here. Unconfirmed the G-Virus exists. And then this whole thing with them bribing Chief Irons.
Yep.
Yeah, he's a bad dude. Okay, bye, Leon. It's been so long since I did this run for the first time that I forgot why. I'm literally gonna ignore Sherry here and go the other direction. She's actually like a lot more competent than she seems, and there's a lot of places in the game where you can kind of just let her sort her own stuff out, and she'll be fine on the other end.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
It's rare.
Yeah, it's kind of a Claire B thing, I think.
That's true. Next year we can do the Resident Evil 2 remake.
That's true. Yeah, that would be awesome.
When's that coming out?
January.
Nice.
So, Matt, would you like, because obviously that was your first test donation, would you like your top name to be different?
Oh, It's kind of cool that it's anonymous, though, right?
He likes the anonymous.
Yeah, I think we should keep it that way.
Okay.
Because I have the Stream Boss title there, too.
I'll keep Slide Kick Rick, too, in honor of the Splatterhouse games we didn't play this year. Slide Kick is crazy. He's so broken.
I think I would prefer that I use my latest display name, Mike Dawson, so I'm going to go fix that.
Do that.
I think I screwed up and didn't leave an extra inventory space here.
Oops. Do you have anything you can use?
No, we just got rid of that thing, so... We got way too many handgun bullets.
That's hella handgun bullets.
Yeah.
Too many jewelry.
Yeah. I don't know.
You and your hoard of gold. Your baubles you're obsessed with.
Yeah. Well, I guess the only thing to do is pick up more handgun bullets.
I mean, that doesn't hurt, really.
Yeah. Alright. Well, we can just go to the box over here and put the jewels away.
Yep. And you can't just discard items, because this is 1997 or whatever.
Oh yeah, what do you think this is? Resident Evil 0?
Right?
Spread everything out on the floor like, okay, what do we actually
Right,
need?
yeah.
Like,
Anyone who didn't see RE4's focus on action coming, I think, was in denial.
oh yeah, like that started in RE2 here, where they were like, we wanted to do like a action movie blockbuster situation with car crashes in the beginning, and everyone has machine guns now.
I don't credit it so much with its focus on action so much as I credit it with having a super fun combat system. I think a lot of stuff tried to be like Resident Evil 4, like Dead Space, after Resident Evil 4 was such a big hit, you know? And so we're like, let's do Resident Evil 4 in space, or like suddenly we had a lot of like over-the-shoulder third-person shooter kind of things. But the reason I love Resident Evil 4 and can't deal with Dead Space is because what Dead Space doesn't have is like super fun combat. It's like fighting even the simplest enemy in Resident Evil 4 is insanely fun, and you can do a million little things. You know, hit him in the knees and then do the melee stuff, you know. The grenades is super fun to mess with. Headshots are, like, really matter. You can shoot the weapons out of their hands. If they're holding, like, an incendiary, you can shoot it while they're holding it and blow them up, you know. It's,
Shoot hatchets out of the air.
Shoot hatchets out of the air. Yeah! It was, I mean, even just the running around and, like, the level design, get up on the roof and kick the ladder down and then just try to pick a few off, you know. It was super fun. It was, like, it was incredible. And then, like, all the games that tried to be like Resident Evil 4 just didn't have anything like that at all. I mean, in Resident Evil 5 is proof of that success even further, in that everything else besides the combat was dumb, and or for like completely forgettable. But because the core, like moving around and fighting and using items and stuff in that game is so good, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, also a lot of like Foley art stuff. Everybody makes a lot of rustling noises every time they move, which I think makes every movement satisfying.
Right. Because RE4 had tank controls. Sorry, I don't know why no one brings that up. They all have tank controls still, technically. They all have dumb puzzles that don't make sense, just like the old games do. You know, it's just that suddenly the combat system was reworked to be actually cool.
Whoa.
Yeah, exactly. RE4's combat system was... even though it was a massive hit and everyone loved it, it's still, you know, when the clones came out, they didn't appreciate the nuance. I don't think anyone was complaining when it came out. Everyone loved that game.
Okay, so we left this guy in here because I missed, which was awesome.
Still haven't played Evil Within, but I watch it a lot on YouTube because it's an absolutely gorgeous game.
Oh, okay. We're gonna die.
Ooh.
Oh, that's pretty good.
That's great. Good job. That's going in the combo video.
Oh, we might actually die.
Really?
Okay.
2? It takes 2? What kind of rounds are those?
Grenade rounds.
Oh, those are regular grenade rounds?
Yeah.
Oh, those would have killed you in Resident Evil 3?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Crap, where are healing items in this game? We might take a little detour here and grab some herbs.
Yeah, do that.
So I always like the stuff like where she's like limping now because she's a danger mode. But then we're gonna blow up this wall and she's like, oh well, I guess if I'm gonna blow up a wall, if I'm gonna set a bomb, I can run now.
Yeah, I've heard mixed things about Evil Within, but everything that I've seen of it and watched of it, like even if the game's not good, like I don't care.
Evil Within is like the VR missions of Resident Evil 4.
Right.
It's like someone made a bunch of Resident Evil 4 levels that had zero story
Yeah.
and zero connection between them, and it's like you just do them. And the story is literally like, you're in a bad guy's dream, and every time you get to the end of the level, he just makes another one.
Right. So it's just a series of like hey, what's a cool like weird nightmare scenario?
Yep.
Like what would be a cool scene in a movie, but we don't want to have to write the movie.
Yeah.
And they're so good. They just look so cool.
It's pretty great. And I'd say out of all like the kind of Resident Evil-esque games, because they kind of moved away from it after Resident Evil 4, weirdly, Evil Within has fantastic gore in it. Like, it's super violent, and it's great.
That's something 7 brought back in ways I was kind of impressed with, where it was like it really like put you off, and it was like they really went in on kind of gross out stuff, and
You're like, okay, yeah, that was pretty gross. Yeah.
you're like, wow, jeez, they really went to like 90s shock splatterpunk levels of gore in certain parts.
Yeah, Evil Within's a little bit like that, but it's mostly like you shoot a zombie in the head with a pistol and like their head explodes, but the blood is like electric pink or something, and it like splashes and everything. That's good.
Chunky looking.
Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, there's just a lot of like basically it looks like there's like a lot of stuff in that game that looks like ground beef that just kind of generates every time something gets hit.
I'm starving.
See, he has a really good Hagar mustache, I think,
he
despite
does.
not really having much else in common with it. But yeah, Chief Irons is awesome in the remake stuff they've shown so far.
Are you Chief Irons?
Yes, that's me.
Yes.
And just who are you? No.
Goopy is a really good word for that. Thanks, Kiffin Striker.
You'll end up just like all the others.
Yeah, you know, I never played the Evil Within
That's the
sequel.
mayor's daughter.
I should probably check that out.
I was told to look after her, but I failed miserably. Just look at her. She was a true beauty. Her skin nothing short of perfection.
I was trying to figure out like what happened to her. Did she get bit? But like, who gets bit in like the waist? Right? It's weird.
All the others.
There must be some way to stop it.
In a manner of speaking, there is. Either by putting a bullet through her brain, or by decapitating her completely. To think that taxidermy used to be my hobby. But no longer. Please. I'd be like to be alone now.
Oh yeah, that's a possibility. She wasn't really like dressed for the apocalypse. Oh, I went to the wrong door. I was glad to see in the remake footage that they showed so far also that this hallway is pretty much exactly the same in the remake, complete with the tiger and everything. It's pretty good.
Tiger.
Yes. Yeah, speaking of relationship between Resident Evil and other Capcom stuff, Nemesis kind of sort of has the same scars as Sagat.
Yes.
I don't know if that's like, if there's something there, but I was just thinking about that recently.
You think Nemesis was Sagat?
I mean, he's already referred to as a Nemesis in Street Fighter.
That's true, yeah.
Wait. Let me go! Easy, easy there. I'm not a zombie. You're safe now.
She went out a window.
My name's Claire. What's yours?
Sherry.
Do you know where your parents
Oh, we probably gotta pick up the pace here, huh? Feel like 35 minutes?
My mom called.
Let's see where we're at.
Or no, wait, an hour?
Police station because
I don't know how long we have.
it's too dangerous to stay at home.
3:30?
From the look of
Oh, 3:30?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, we're good.
An hour, a little over an hour.
Yeah, we should be fine.
as well. You'd better come with me. But there's something out there. I don't know what it is, but I saw it. Much larger than any of those zombies. And it's coming after me. What was that? That's what I was telling you about. It's here. Sherry, wait.
So if we want to just add to our like comically large collection of handgun bullets, figure it as well.
Do they all stack in one slot on this?
Yeah.
That's cool.
So it's like if we're gonna dedicate an inventory slot to handgun bullets, we might as well just
Let's
you
go
know,
all in.
yeah, just lean in on that. Whoa. Yeah, the dynamic stuff in this game is pretty interesting. It's like I was surprised they even did that for a PS1 game, but like Claire's like hair chunks kind of flop around.
Yep.
But yeah.
Is it dynamic? It's not baked in?
Yeah, I don't think so. I think it's a simulation. Whoa. I'm gonna keep going backwards here, I guess. But yeah, I like how the how Sherry's locket is always kind of like out at some weird angle.
Can't quite figure out where it wants to be.
Yeah, it has difficulty settling. Oh, I just went the wrong way. I guess we might as well use the item box in here while we're here. So, this is probably going to be the most awkward part because trying to do this without doing any damage to dogs is a bit tricky. I think it's one of the most obnoxious dog dodges that I can think of. Coming up here.
Get rid of that key, just like you like.
Oh yeah, it's my favorite. The heart key is great. You use it once. This is the only door. The clover key is the worst because there's a totally optional room to open with it that's super out of the way. Yep, this dog is the worst. Excuse me. Okay. Oh, hey, Mandel. There's only one dog, Jay. I guess unless the other emote is you or something. That might be it.
So we only have a little bit of time left for the Resident Evil 4 and 5 Steam Code raffle, as well as picking Jill's costume for Resident Evil 3. Those are both going to happen pretty much at the same time.
Sherry, I've been looking everywhere for you.
Currently, I believe the winning
We've got to go
costume
now.
for Jill in Resident Evil 3 is
If
the
we
white
stay
disco
here,
suit.
That monster will
That's
find
good.
us. Let's go. No, I won't. What's the matter? Don't you trust me? It's not that, Claire. It's because of my daddy. He's over there. I heard him call my name. Daddy must have been attacked by the monsters. I have to help him. Wait,
Yeah, it would
Sherry,
be cool
don't
to
go
get
alone.
like a new
Sherry,
like upscaled
Sherry.
RE2 with the remake.
Sorry. Just leave it. That's easy.
Yeah, so apparently RE 1.5 William Birkin literally does like almost Nemesis-like thing where he like follows you around and goes, Sherry! It's pretty good. So this section with Sherry is pretty much exactly like it was with Ada, except you don't have a gun. And this puzzle thing takes way longer because she climbs and jumps down from things really slowly. Weirdly enough, despite all that, she can still push boxes like a professional. So that's good at least. I mean, kinda. It's a little bit slower, I guess. But like the climbing here is slow enough that it's common to like actually push the box a little bit more so you can walk around it here instead of actually climbing over it again. That's even better when she randomly like trips when she's climbing and has to do it again. Yeah, you bring up a good point. Ashley is not super impressive when it comes to pushing bookshelves, but she's great at like passing through secret passages, which is pretty good.
TechJet donates $10 for me in the Terradrome tournament. He says he's hedging his bets.
Oh.
So he's got 10 on Frank and 10 on me. And Ton has 5 on Frank.
I was gonna do 5 on Frank, 5 on Preston, but I'm gonna quit for me now. If I don't believe in me, who will, you know?
Yep. She pushes boxes quicker than Ashley Graham pushes an empty bookshelf.
Yep. Yeah, Claire B is the scenario in this game I've probably played the least. So, I don't really have a plan for, like, where to find all the grenade rounds and what to use them for, so,
do some exploring, maybe?
Yeah.
Get lucky.
So I had to just kind of grab the extra ones I know were there. So I think this is actually worse than Ada throwing the shotgun shells, is Sherry throwing the box of grenade rounds. I feel like it's like not super safe.
Yep.
But I couldn't find him. But I did find
I don't know a lot about grenade launchers, but that seems like a thing you're not supposed to do.
Here's another.
Thanks, sweetie. Now why don't you come over here? I want you to stay with me.
Claire! I can't reach the ventilation hole anymore. But don't worry, I'll find another way.
Yeah, I don't know why he hangs out in the sewer.
Wait, Sherry, come
Oh, we do
back.
know that he really
Sherry!
likes pipes.
Sherry!
Do you read me, Claire? We now have access to the back of the parking lot.
Got it.
I'm getting out of here and heading to the sewer. Can you meet me there?
Yes, you remember this is the conversation they were having. Leon was next to the cell where Ben is.
Yep.
Talking in his radio like this. Yeah, Claire actually doesn't go to that area in a scenario at all. But she has to go over there and get a crank. In this one. Give me the... Okay. It's one of the cool inventory saving things for the grenade launcher is you can just load as many rounds of any particular kind that you want in there.
Or whether there's no max to the amount that can be in the launcher.
Yeah, the trade-off being that you might have 2 more inventory slots of different ammo types.
Yep.
So, and she technically reloads after every shot, right? Okay. Okay. That's enough dogs.
That's enough of that. We have $25 on Jill's white disco costume. We have, and none of the other ones have any donations toward them. So we have the original costume, biker, Stars uniform, White Disco, police uniform, the Dino Crisis uniform, so she's dressed up as the protagonist from Dino Crisis, and then we have business casual and the halter top. So those are the options if you want to do that. We've got another 45 minutes, I guess, or a half hour. Oh no, you've got like an hour.
A little bit of Resident Evil lore there for you. Those are regular zombies in A scenario, but I guess B scenario takes place later, and they've progressed and become lickers.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
That makes sense, right?
Yeah.
The B scenario would always come later.
It's nice that there's some continuity there.
Yeah. For once.
I always walk in that hallway because I forget if there's lickers there or not, but I don't think there are in B.
Where's the last time we saw Claire? I didn't play Resident Evil 6.
Revelation?
Revelations?
Yeah.
So what's the status of... Has she found Chris yet?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, they were reunited in Code Veronica. Right?
Yes, right.
Yeah.
Whose finger was in the demo for 7? I don't think I never looked into that.
Oh. Yeah, I never really thought about that.
Everyone was like, it's Chris's finger. I don't think that's true. I actually haven't I haven't gone back and thought about Claire's babysitting Barry's kid. Fantastic. We're giving away Steam codes for Revelations 1 and 2 for anybody who hasn't played it, like me.
Yeah, I do want to check out Revelations 2 also, because I like Revelations 1. There's some serious anime hair in that game.
Really?
Yeah, it is something else.
There's some serious revelations.
Oh, that too. Yeah, Parker Luciano's a pretty good character too. Alright, so this is the armory room we skipped with Leon. There's just a lot of ammo and stuff in here, and that special A-B scenario interaction with the side pack and the submachine gun.
You ever gonna shoot anything with a handgun?
Yeah, we shot hella
I
zombies.
know, but it doesn't seem like you have, because every time you turn around you have more bullets than you had, you know?
Yeah, well the thing is, I think we're usually only shooting the zombies 3 or 4 times to knock them down.
Right.
But I promise we're going to use a lot when we get back to the police station.
Okay. Oh!
So since we already did Leon's playthrough, we're just going to take both of these, because sometimes it's fun to have a machine gun. Alrighty.
We have a $25 donation from Amiro Corey.
Yes, red-haired Doctor Who guy is the guy I was thinking of when I said serious anime hair.
Oh, I forgot about that guy.
Yeah. So these are the best dogs in the game because they are super chill and you can run past them and they don't really care. They're good boys.
Amiro Corey puts $25 on Frank and says, I believe in Frank for the Terror Drone Tournament tonight. The winner, the donor who wins the raffle for the Terror Drone Tournament will win a Kanba arcade stick for PS3 and PS4. Currently, I have $10 on me. Frank has $40 on him. Nobody else has anything. But we have updated to be the correct people who are actually participating in this tournament tonight. And I have to do, after my run for Resident Evil 3, after this, I have to make sure that we can get the fight sticks to work in this game.
Yeah, that's important.
Because it's a super janky game that uses like joy to key or something.
Oh, even better.
So, setting that up is never not confusing. Donation total, $19.55. The year I was born.
That doesn't seem accurate.
I'm close to... What, the 1955?
In the year you were born.
Oh.
I thought you were older.
You're right. You know, when you get up to my age, you forget things.
So for some reason, those acid rounds are invisible in the American version. In the Japanese version, they're sitting there on the shelf. I don't know why.
It was probably definitely like a bug.
Yeah, well, there's weird things like why am I looking at this?
Do you think that does that happen with other items too, like deliberately hidden things?
I can't think of any good examples, to be honest, so I don't know. But there's things like, you know, like American Resident Evil 1, the monsters have more health.
Right.
Like, just cuz.
Yeah.
Kind of like American Final Fantasy 7 has a ruby weapon or whatever.
Yep. Yeah, tank controls are unfairly maligned. They are plenty of games with tank controls that people don't get upset about. Like I said, Resident Evil 4 has tank controls, so I don't know what everyone's talking about. But
yeah,
it's like that's the number one criticism of old Resident Evils, and it's true of new Resident Evils.
So you can play it in you can play Resident Evil 2 with 2D controls in some versions, and I actually really prefer the tank controls anyways.
So the problem...
Oh, this is the dodge I was talking about that we did with Hunk yesterday, and I'm going to screw up now even though I'm ready for it.
Let's see it.
Oh, never mind.
Very nice.
Okay, well anyways, this is what the bullets are for. Because we have to come back through here later, and I don't know how to do that.
So yeah, just kill everything.
Yep.
The problem with the issue with old Resident Evil is they never found a solution for the issue where you can't see something that's 2 feet in front of you if it happens to be the edge of their the edge of the camera for whatever that section is, right? So the painted backgrounds and the hard camera, the cinematic angles for everything, like it's cool, like, and there's value to it, but like you could be on the edge of something, about to walk into a hallway where your character could clearly see down the hallway, and you're like, there's a zombie and I can hear it. My character should be able to see it, but I, as the player, can't tell if it's 2 feet in front of me or 20 feet in front of me. And they never found a proper solution for that. They could have done like a UI thing or something to let you know when there's an enemy within a certain range of you or something. You know what I mean? They have like the auto targeting, which is nice. So if you know that it's there, you just you'll raise the weapon and automatically target either the nearest enemy or the nearest object if it's R2. At least that's how it is in RE3. But like as far as like you run to that barrier where it cuts to a different camera shot, and then suddenly you're being hugged by a zombie, and you're like, oh well, you would have no way of knowing that was there. So that's the big thing that sucks about these old games and with the way that they present that. And they could have found a way to mitigate that, but they never did. They just moved on, which is fine.
And made RE5.
Right, yeah.
Okay.
So, which is fine. I'm just saying. I think that's the more legitimate complaint of old RE games. I think was that they didn't find a solution. They never found a solution for that.
Yeah, honestly, my favorite thing about Resident Evil 5 and 6 is after playing Resident Evil 4, I was like, man, the only way you can make Resident Evil 4 better is if it had cooperative mode.
That's exactly what I thought.
Yep.
Yeah, and I was like,
RE5 was like, it's like absolutely committed to being a cooperative game, which I think is amazing.
Yeah, they did a good job. I remember thinking, I wish there was a little more freedom in the stuff you could do in co-op. I feel like there was times where there was like very what's the word? Like not open, but kind of on rails ways to approach certain scenarios. Like one of those first things you do is like one of you plays the sniper in the building while the other one goes in the building. Mm-hmm. And it's like that's a required thing. One of you has to stand on this roof and protect the other guy who has to go into this building. It's like that would be more fun if it was open and you guys chose to do that strategy.
Yeah, instead of it just kind of forcing you into it.
Yeah, it kind of forces you into the cool co-op scenarios a few times.
I love this hallway because you get to throw away 2 keys here. Just thought I'd point that out.
What are you going to do with all that empty pocket space? That's exciting.
We're going to pick up a golden gear. And we're going to get to use our friend the crank. Did I do this backwards? I thought I did it backwards yesterday, but I actually did it correctly, and I did it again. So good. So Resident Evil 2 has, or rather a B scenario has our pal here. He's finally back performing for you. I'm gonna not pick up this apparently. And he can be kind of scary sometimes, Mr. X, but at least he's in this room now and we know where he is. So it's not like he's gonna jump through another wall anytime soon.
I'd like Marvel vs. Capcom 3 and that whole engine and the Infinity engine or whatever, Infinite. The new school Marvel vs. Capcom game.
I lied, he jumps through this hole too.
If they were all just Resident Evil characters.
like a fighting game that's all Resident Evil?
Fighting game that's all Resident Evil characters.
I would play a fighting game like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know that there was a fan made Mugen that's all Resident Evil characters.
That sounds good.
And like one of them is played as the zombie, and one of them is played as the zombie dog. Last time I played it, it was very alpha. It wasn't super fun. All right.
So let's see here. How many stones do we pick up? We got.
We have $5 from TechJet. Oh, hold up.
Okay.
We have 3 donations from TechJet, all for the tournament tonight. $5 on Mandel, $5 on Ton, $5 on Matt, and
wow.
The comment for all of them is, "I feel bad for all the non-Franks."
Hey, I'm a non-Frank.
I don't know where everyone's thinking that Frank's good at this game.
We can't all be Frank.
Frank.
I almost just ran this guy.
I'm feeling left out. I am a non-Frank.
He's getting around to it. You know, his PayPal. He's checking his balance.
I'm worth at least, $1.
Agreed.
Probably.
Agreed. Oh, we're up to 1970. That's the year I was born.
Again.
So we're kind of circumventing the problems that Leon has created for Claire during a scenario by going to the library last. Because this always happens when you come in here.
But now you're better equipped to deal with this? Is that what you're saying?
We've just we're never going to go to this hallway. Anyway, we
you have no
finished
reason.
that hallway already.
Right,
yeah.
right, I see.
Yeah. And now Zombie Dog we left in this hallway has friends to hang out with, which is pretty cool.
That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, Leon's the worst.
Leon! Thanks for the follow.
Megalomaniac. Oh. So, we talked about this a little bit yesterday, but can we have people post some Fs in the chat for RA2 Crank?
Yeah.
Burned the brightest, burned out the first.
Yeah. Oh, I see. So we had a little bit of an incentive bug. It's been straightened out. There was a misattribution to the RE7 VR.
Oh.
When it should have gone towards the file name for one of the Castlevanias. But it's been fixed, but that means we're no longer confirmed for the RE7 VR.
Uh-oh.
So we do need a little more for that. But that is the last game we're playing for Nightmarathon, so there's time.
Yeah, I want Ryan to throw up during Resident Evil 7, and it's way easier to make that happen if it's in VR.
Yeah.
Thanks, Kevin. Yeah, so like, I get that
You don't think you're only concerned with the motion sickness. You're not concerned with the pookiness factor of it all.
Oh yeah, well, because I know that you're basically the bravest person I know. Like that, I can admit.
It's true, yeah. But there's only so much you can do. There is one instance in which I got motion sickness from VR. And it was from the PlayStation VR demo disc, of all things, which is funny. You'd think that for their demo disc for their VR,
they would go with the sure shot.
They wouldn't put something that is like so overtly going to make everyone who plays it extremely sick.
So I think Mr. X is supposed to be pretty scary here, but I still maintain this is a better jump scare. Like, I'm always gonna talk up the library floor thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the first time, so I was like, yeah, it's bad.
I'll show in Resident Evil 7 because I played through it the first time in VR. I'm gonna show everybody. I think it's over. It's gone. Don't worry about it. Just keep running.
We can't stop for that now.
Nope. The first place that made me jump and yelp out loud. There's like 2 places in Resident Evil 7 where I did that in VR. Where I cursed suddenly and like violently. And it was funny because I was in the living room and Georgia was painting behind me on the couch, and Elvis the cat was hanging out next to her on the couch and just sitting silently while I'm in VR world. And then after like 45 minutes of complete silence, I go, Jesus! And she got terrified and dropped everything off of her lap, and the cat like jumped up and ran away. So it was a chaotic moment in the house.
PayPal was giving me a hard time earlier too. I'm not sure what's up with that.
Yeah, I had the same thing. I had to like wait a minute before I couldn't do like rapid donations one after the other. Which I was trying to do to manipulate the stream boss, but then suddenly we had a huge influx of donations and I was taken down.
Yep.
And now we have 402 HP over here to deal with.
Yeah.
Wow.
There's a pretty good story for why my name is anonymous on there, actually. My original thing to mess with you this time was making you play as Egon.
Sherry.
Right, I saw that, yeah.
Okay, good. Did you see it during the Jackbox thing? Is that...
No, whenever you did the donation, I saw that it was you.
Oh, I see. So I can't really hide. That's too bad.
You can't hide from Mr. Domino, no.
I see.
No one can stop Mr. Domino.
It's anonymous to the world, it's not anonymous to us.
Okay. Yeah, because when the whole thing, it was like, hey, who's gonna die? Like, and it said, tell us why you're the best. And I put, because I made Ryan play Egon.
Yes, that's right.
Ghostbusters.
Yep, that's right, that's right.
I'm going
Wasn't
down
sure if you
there.
saw it or not.
Stay
And that ended up being like a better run than I had been doing while practicing with better characters. I couldn't believe that really came together really well.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Although it did make me realize how much... Because a ton of people donated towards that. And I was like, man, I should just complain more, because it really does get people donating.
Yeah, yeah.
The more miserable people think I am.
You know, I actually own Raccoon City, but I haven't played it. I think it's weird, there's like this weird like dungeon aesthetic thing in here with like, started with like a iron shod wooden door like flanked by torches. I don't know why it's like that. But this scene is actually my other favorite part of the scenario.
So you've made it this far. Not bad, girl. I'm not letting
And I'll just start
anyone leave
drinking
my
soda.
town. Everyone's gonna die.
Everyone's gonna die!
How come it hasn't been sampled in a song yet?
You couldn't possibly
That would be really good.
Those monsters from Umbrella have destroyed my beautiful town. How could they do that to
I feel
me
like they
after
studied this
everything I've
performance
done
for
them?
like every character from Dead Rising.
True. You have been working with Umbrella. Then you must know about the G-Virus. What is it? Tell me!
If you must know, it's the agent
Thank you for the follow.
humans into the ultimate bioweapon. Superior to the T-Virus in every way. Dr. William Birkin is the genius behind the project.
William Birkin.
I'm sure you've already seen his little girl running around here somewhere. Sherry, isn't it? In case you haven't already figured it out, the monster that's been tearing is yet another product of the G-Virus. The ultimate bioweapon. Umbrella must be trying to cover its tracks. But if I have to go, I'm going to take you with me. What the?
Yeah, I think his vest belt is really tight. Like, that's just kind of how it fits on him. But I also think that his torso is segmented specifically for this. Which is, like, my favorite part of the whole game. He just shoots off like a rocket. Sorry, it gets funnier because no one else thinks it's funny. So there's a cool little piece of continuity with A scenario here. If you guys were here for the Leon A yesterday, you might remember me talking about William Birkin's cool railing pipe. It actually is connected to this scene. That's where it came from, so we can throw it at Leon later.
Mm.
Then he kind of does this cool dramatic thing.
That's dramatic.
It was pretty good. Oh yeah, we just like we bring Sherry through here and just kind of like don't say anything about like Chief Irons' remains, which are like right in the way. Like you can't get around that anyway. Yeah. I mean, I can't say I wouldn't be a complete drama queen if someone just saved up all their acid rounds just for me.
Which you know I've been doing.
You shouldn't have.
You know I got a shed full of them one day.
But now it came up in a conversation, so you gotta wait for me to forget about it again. It's this is awkward, will they, won't they kind of thing that spans like 15 years. It's not till the reunion episode 30 years after the show was canceled they ever really resolve anything, but it's because it was written by fans anyways who were just gonna write whatever they want.
Yep,
so
true, yeah.
We should be able to find someplace safe if we can just make it out of town.
Yeah, PTSD of video game characters is interesting, right? Because they usually just respond to it by becoming secret agents, like Leon. So, hanging out with Sherry in this game is great. Because you have to kind of slow down a little bit, otherwise she gets scared and just will stop following you.
Huh.
And then you try to go to the next room and it says, I can't leave Sherry behind.
Interesting.
I mean, it's true.
Yeah. Like, none of that seems like a fun thing.
Yeah.
Why would you put that in your video game?
And it's all in these rooms where there's, like, no monsters.
Right, it's not like an extra, like, you're forced to go slower through a perilous situation.
Mm-hmm. It's just kind of wasting your time.
Right.
And she just conveniently doesn't mention the fact, like, oh yeah, I totally shot your dad in here a lot, and he might be dead. But I guess she kind of... Well, no, I don't know if she knows that Birkin is her dad yet. Or she doesn't know that monster is also her dad. Irons only told Claire, I think. So, hard to say.
Come on, let's get out of here.
So I just kind of accepted like, oh, they're walking in water or whatever, and never really thought when I was younger that they're like walking around in the sewer, which is pretty gross.
Run!
Oh yeah, I guarantee Sherry doesn't know that she has the sample. But the thing about the whole like sewer water thing that makes it particularly gross is this shot also when she just falls in this weird trap door and goes down like a sewer pipe. Like,
where are you?
like Claire just like wasn't looking when it happened, and she's like, "What happened?" Don't remember if there's any like items in here since we just kind of run through here, but I guess we can just go. So remember what's happened at this point. Leon got shot, and Ada's like, hey, I know you got shot, but I gotta go. I need to talk to her, right?
Yeah.
What happened? You're bleeding.
I ran into this woman who was in trouble. Her name's Ada. Right after that, someone tried to kill me. Nearly succeeded, too. Ada went after the sniper, but I'm worried about her. You gotta find her before something happens.
But you've been shot.
I'll be okay. It's Ada I'm worried about.
And Claire's like, okay, well, I won't worry about you either. See ya. Oh, yeah. She's just, like, standing underneath the outlet. Yeah, I am really interested to see what other stuff they're going to do to adapt the young Ada story in the remake, because it's pretty weird. I feel like I should really play Darkside Chronicles, because I never actually played that one, and maybe they explore it more there, but I understand it's pretty different. I also love that Annette's, like, climbing out of the pool here.
Are you alright? What happened?
Get away from me. You just want my husband's G sample, don't you? But no one will take that away from me. No one.
Husband? Then you must be Annette.
Huh? How did you?
We don't have time for that. Sherry is lost somewhere in the sewer system. I have to find her.
What? I told her to go to the police building. Why is she here? Now Sherry and the G sample are both in danger.
What did she mean by that? Does Sherry have the G sample?
So once again, she faints, and Claire's like the only person who like approached treating Annette like a person, and she's like, "Oh, she fainted. I guess I'll leave her here." Yeah, man, I love Resident Evil 2. It's the one I played the least as a kid, but it's grown on me the most. Wait a minute, what is that? Oh yes, wow. I know, I'm super hyped for it. Like, all the stuff they've shown for it looks amazing. It's kind of cool to see how they put a bunch of remake stuff in it, like the carrying the stun grenades, and like you stuff them in the zombie's mouth and they grab you, and then shoot them and they blow up. It's great. Oh yeah. In Zero, I played through once, and I was like, okay,
That's
and
a good idea.
just haven't really gone back to it ever.
I never even heard the game before, so I'm like, I should probably find a character at least. The trick is bullshit, he's tiny.
Fuck, just put it in the press play. It's not.
Am I stuck on?
Yeah, it's probably got reach.
Yeah. Got this. I thought we were going to then just mistaken.
Gigabytes. Or something that looks like it was from the 90s. The 95A coded in quality visual basic.
We're gonna back up right now.
So, rather than looking for Sherry in the sewers, we're just gonna leave the sewers. Because, like I said, she's actually like a lot more capable than she seems. When she's actually with Claire, she gets scared if she's more than 10 feet away and like sits down. But when Sherry's on her own, she's actually super, super resourceful. You kind of just had to trust her to take care of herself, really.
Does she actually operate in some way when you're not in the same area as her? If you actually just leave her way behind?
Oh, you can't leave.
Oh.
If she's with you? Yeah. Oh, wait. I'm looking in the wrong spot. I thought this part was pretty cool, where Claire's like, look at this unfamiliar train mechanism. Oh, wait, I know how to use this. If you just go like this.
Yep.
Claire's like, great, now I can get out of here. I hate this place. Why was I even here? And if you try to leave without her, then Sherry shows up. And she's like, see, I'm fine.
It's amazing.
You're okay. Sherry, did your mom give you something called G-virus? Either a vial or a test tube?
G-virus? I've never heard
Speaking of your mom, she's passed out a couple rooms away. Let's leave her here.
Thanks for the follow, Celtic Frost.
But I really don't have anything.
It's like a band or something, right?
Celtic Frost?
I think so.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That sounds like a band.
Catchable metal, kind of. Am I make that up?
Like Iced Earth.
Yeah.
Something in that realm. Maybe. I don't know. It's been a while since I've... listened to a song.
So we're gonna pick up this key. We got it with Leon too. He gets the Magnum parts for the custom Magnum that turned out to be kind of a trap. Oh, see, I just did it. I can't leave Sherry alone. Come on.
Oh no.
Claire just gets more grenade rounds, which is great.
Probably closer to something like Camelot or something like that, right?
What is Camelot?
A band.
Oh, a band?
I think like those orchestral metal bands like Luca Turilli. How about that?
That sounds right.
Yep.
So, this is pretty much the turning point. We have to decide whether or not we're going to get the coolest weapon in the game, the Spark Shot. But I'm deciding we're not getting it. Okay. I picked up a submachine gun we haven't been using either, but I guess we'll probably bust that out in the lab. There we go.
Sherry, wait here. I'm going to check it out by myself.
Okay, I'll wait here, but hurry back.
Spicy sauce. Spicy. But it's spicy. What kind of salsa does Swayze eat? Ghost pepper salsa. Oh yeah, because it knows. He's dead. Because he's dead. Joke. I'm here all weekend.
Yeah.
I don't know why either.
This is another part where I might just screw up and die like a nerd, so we're grabbing some healing items.
Hey, I just put a thing there. So.
It really did happen. You were there. Some cool cinematic stuff in this game, like this whole encounter here is I'm a pretty big fan of. Because you're like, hey, cool, there's a monitor, let's check it out. Oh no, it's Mr. X! And then he comes up and he does this like Captain Kirk move on the camera, which is also great. I lied, I was also saving acid rounds for Mr. X. But he gave us some more, so it's all good.
Coming up on the end of the run, anybody who wants to donate towards Resident Evil 4 and 5 Steam codes that we're giving away for this game has like 10 minutes to 15 minutes to do that. Anybody who wants to donate to pick Jill's costume for Resident Evil 3 has 10 to 15 minutes to do that.
Yeah, I gotta pick up the pace here. Maybe we'll skip some of these not important scenes just to get through it here. We're almost to the lab, and then that's maybe like 10-ish minutes out from the end.
Yep.
Oh. So here's our cool train thing that makes that honking noise that I love so much.
I can't wait to hear it.
Every time. Also coming with my second favorite William Birkin form.
Okay.
I don't know what it reminds me of. It feels familiar. Maybe I'm just remembering it from this game as a kid, but it's a pretty cool William Birkin form as far as those go. Do you have a top 3 Nemesis forms?
Yes. There are 4, technically.
Mm-hmm. So I guess maybe top 3 seems like a lot.
Yeah.
And do you have maybe a favorite one, at least?
Claire?
Yeah, I do like the penultimate form. So for the first act, you see him like you usually see him. He's wearing his coat. He's got the rocket launcher. And then later, he's shirtless.
Mm-hmm.
And faster, longer range. His tentacles are out. He grabs with a different hand.
That's right. You have to duck to the other side.
The other side. And then the third form, which is probably my favorite one, is where he's lost his arm completely, and he's really banged up.
Yeah,
and
from
he's
the
just,
acid.
Yeah, and he's just kind of. It's where you really see the gumption of Nemesis, the stick-to-itiveness.
That's a good word.
Yeah.
So yeah, I love this Birkin form. He's got 4 arms, which is great. He's got a pretty good, scary monster face. He kind of looks like Astaroth from Soul Calibur.
Soul Calibur, yeah.
Yeah. His face, I mean, he looks like a Soul Calibur 3 era master a little bit. So this is one where if you get too far from him, he jumps around like a nerd, like that. Just one of the many places where auto aim is great. Yep, there's the jump. Okay.
That's not from the chat.
By yesterday, do you mean today?
The wee hours of this morning.
The very, very beginning of today.
A very surreal reality.
Okay, he took off.
So there's one more, the final form of Nemesis, of course, where he's a giant slug.
Yeah.
Hi, Preston.
This like mess.
Yeah, he's abandoned his humanoid form.
Preston, you better be training. We've got a match coming up. Oh, bye, Preston. Never mind.
So we've got two GG's in that fight.
Oh yeah.
GG's all day.
Oh yeah, thank you.
I'm sure it'll keep you safe. Wait here for me, okay? I'm going back to look for your mom. Thanks, Claire.
Oh, Preston thought you were leaving. Yeah, so Slug Nemesis.
Alright, we're gonna... Slug Nemesis. Oh, I was gonna say, we're doing a single elimination tournament tonight for Terrordrome.
Because of their work.
Janky horror slasher
Now that you're with me, I
villain
finally have
fighting
someone to
game.
rely upon.
And so far, the first matchup will be Ton versus Preston. That's the only round. That's the only round. That's the only round one we've determined so far. But yeah, if you donate towards that, you pick who you think will win, and if they do, then you're entered into the raffle for a Canba arcade stick for PS3 and PS4. I think I'm pronouncing that right, Canba.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe it's like Anba.
Anba. Sounds fine. Anbach. It's an Anbach crystal.
It's not just
Chamba.
Anbach. Lois.
Chamba.
Not have a lump again.
Immediately the elevator leaves without you.
Are they related? Nemesis and Misdirect. Not by blood.
They're both Tyrant variants, right?
Right. Much
Mr.
like Tyrant.
Yeah, Mr. X is Tyrant B. So his theme song, in a very cool, like kind of obfuscated way, is called T-B for Tyrant B type. It's a compelling box pushing that's going to happen here for a little bit.
I feel compelled to gush about Resident Evil 7 more. I'm gonna wait and save that.
Oh yeah.
Just I was gonna all the ways that it seems completely disconnected from the world of Resident Evil, and very, very slowly and subtly reconnects to an almost obnoxiously familiar story about the creation of the whole scenario of 7. That's what I was wondering.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
Yeah. Nemesis, T-type.
Yes.
The Pursuer.
Yeah, I always like the name the Pursuer the most. I'm not sure why.
Scarier.
Yeah, it is scarier. Like, it's like it doesn't have a name.
Right.
It is the Pursuer.
Yeah, Pursuer's a great sword.
Yeah, like the Pursuer from Dark Souls 2.
Dark Souls 2. Which, does his weapon show up in the game? The way that his weapon showed up in the description for his weapon, rather.
That was specific to the demo.
To the demo.
Yeah.
Absolutely fell in love with it. I was so annoyed that it wasn't in the final game.
Yeah, now is not the time to discuss him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was, the original owner of this sword would use it one-handed. As a two-handed sword, of course. Mm-hmm. But now is not the time to discuss it.
Yeah, the full version of the game, just the last line, is an extended thing about how he believes that if he hunts down the undead, that he'll find salvation somehow.
Right, yeah. Same.
Yeah.
Yeah, great character, great game. That's one I came to appreciate way later, though. I didn't like it at first, but the more I played it, the more I really liked it.
Yeah, that one took a really long time to grow on me, honestly.
Yeah. It was like years before I started caring about it. I still haven't started caring about Bloodborne, but I know it's going to happen one day.
Yeah, it's a good one.
I'm always a few years late. Even all those games, even Demon Souls and Dark Souls, I didn't get into until way later.
So I think that part is the way that room plays out is GameCube/Dreamcast specific, where the lickers don't start on the ceiling there.
Oh, okay.
There's actually a pattern you can run through the room where they never drop down in the other versions, but that's not available to us playing the GameCube version. There's a sequel, I think, right?
The guy who made the first Terrordrome he's working on a sequel that had a Kickstarter that didn't meet his goal.
Yes, Bloodborne is so good.
Certain characters, they don't match what I saw last night.
So the first Terrordrome is all licensed, they're intellectual property that he doesn't own. Terrordrome 2, he's trying to make a retail product, so all the characters are just kind of classic monsters from movies and legends and stuff. So not specific. It's not like Freddy Krueger and Jason. It's like
Krampus.
Isn't there?
Yeah, Krampus, and here's the wolf. Here's a werewolf.
Which one is the one that has like it's not Pennywise? It's like a clown called That or something. Like,
really? I don't know that one. That sounds great.
Yeah, I feel like I saw that somewhere.
I think we just
Just search Terror Drone download. It has its own website.
So I don't like dealing with these zombies, so we just use flame
like
rounds.
that's
Because
the same
flame
way
rounds is the coolest way to kill naked
just
zombies.
Unlicensed. So which one is the?
We're playing Terrordrome: Rise of the Boogeymen.
All right, that's the one with Krampus and everything in it.
Krampus.
Yeah, we were just talking about Wolfman and bunch of people weren't in the one I saw last night.
So we talked about this a little bit yesterday, but shout out to the coldest room in the game.
Oh, there it is. Nice.
Here it comes.
I mean, then the Magnum is the best sword in the game.
Yeah, I still think so. The unupgraded Magnum, just because it's great for fighting every boss.
You go to Terrordrome Rise of the Boogeyman, you get this one.
Yeah, that's for the sequel. Let's click on that. The entire page for Terrordrome.
I talked about this a little bit yesterday too, but I really like this robot arm. Like as far as robot arms go, it's a pretty adorable robot arm.
Yeah,
you can tell he's doing his best.
That might be the right download. We'll find out. Yeah, because I think 2.10.3 is the build for the original.
Anyways.
Oh, so maybe I just got confused when I clicked on characters.
Right, yeah, because a lot of the characters and stages in the Discord and all the Kickstarter stuff is for his new game.
I think it'd be fun to have Bloodborne or like a Dark Souls or something for Nightmarathon at some point. We did a little bit of Dark Souls last Nightmarathon.
Yes. We did like a bingo for it or something?
Yeah. We did it like a little like any percent kind of thing.
Yeah, I think now that we've had this big return of Nightmarathon, where we kind of went back to a lot of the stuff that we've done previously, I'd like to see a huge mix-up, a big shake-up for the game lineup.
Yeah, game list. Yeah.
And I think the Dark Souls Bloodborne is perfect. Okay, TechJet, we got some more donations. So we have $5 from TechJet for Brent in the tournament. $5 from TechJet for Preston in the tournament. And we just got $5 more from TechJet for Hollis. Finally, Hollis.
Finally.
With some love.
Finally.
1985. Hey, that was the year I was born.
Oh, yeah. Once again, we're not harming the plant dogs. Still a little important detail I thought I should point out.
Now I'm confused. Is that actually the year you were born? Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember. Dark Souls 20-hour game for you. You can speedrun Dark Souls. And it's way faster than that.
Yeah, it's very possible to complete Dark Souls in like an hour or less.
Yeah.
For any percent, anyways.
Right. Yeah, 100% for that game is going to be kind of berserk.
Well,
do people even run it?
Lobos Jr. did what he called lore percent, which is he did all side quests, and that was about 8 hours. For him, who's like the Dark Souls runner guy.
Right. Boy, he loves Lord of the Rings, doesn't he?
Does he?
Yeah, he does. He thinks it's so cool. No, I mean, I do too. But his whole Twitch channel last time, when I was last watching it all the time,
yeah,
he uses the font from the movie, and the whole overlay is like Lord of the Rings theme.
Oh, really? Yeah. I had no idea.
He was the first to do the no damage run successfully, I think.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
Because like when he did Black Knight Halberd, he didn't even get the stone armor. He just go for it on Four Kings. Like, that was like the first like sub 51 of his that I saw. It's pretty amazing.
I mean, everyone should be playing Pyromancer 100% of the time in that game. Whether you're going for a speedrun or not, if you just want to be cool.
Yes, I think just for fun we're going to use the submachine gun here because we haven't been using it. And we picked it up and everything. Leon left it for us. And we haven't really been shooting anyone with it.
I mean, technically there are no classes in that game, so everyone can use Iron Flesh.
Yeah, Iron Flesh is pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's really like poise is the most important stat in Dark Souls and real life.
Correct. And in Dark Souls 2, that was actually true. That was the Poise Master's game.
Yeah, there are a lot of weird, janky things you could do with it. So
Yeah,
it's
it was fun.
even though it worked a little bit strangely. So I said we were going to use the submachine gun that I put it in the item box. So rip submachine gun.
If we get some Fs in the chat for submachine gun.
Oh,
Come on, respects.
See, here's the thing. Like, this shot looks great.
it's
Like, of course they
kind of
wanna-
scary.
Like, it's so... Yeah, it's cool, it's scary, it's unique. Like, of course they were reluctant to break away from this formula for, like, the hard camera angles for everything. I have a Smash Brothers song in my head. Where'd that come from? Alright, so now
And that.
everyone in the tournament has
There's
someone
Sherry.
supporting them. So we will be getting rid of this fight stick.
But I asked her, and she's never
Nice.
even heard
Oh,
of
speaking of getting rid of stuff, Gene says he already has an
Which room?
SNES
Tell me.
Classic. We should give it to someone else. Or keep it for next year.
Sherry!
I forgot to bring that up. He texted me about it after he was the only one who bet on me for Monster Seeking Monster.
No.
That's right.
And that.
Oh, he has such a good wind.
The samples
Yeah, yeah.
inside
I,
and
That was
the last
Sherry's
donation.
wearing.
Gosh, as soon as I saw that I was the witch in that game, like I knew I had it because I had my ace in the hole, which was the last night. Say a bunch of witch quotes I know Megan will respond to, and she'd have to choose the witch for the last night. My daughter Cheryl, have you seen her?
I got Serial Killer for both games of Monster Seeking Monster, and I was kind of disappointed.
Oh yeah.
It's difficult to get someone to date you twice.
Mm-hmm.
Getting them once is tough.
Yeah.
In almost every scenario, it was very specific to, like, the person I had dated turns out they're the mummy. It was revealed, they were the first reveal and they were the mummy, but that was the person that I had dated the round before. So the mummy has no reason to date the same person twice ever.
Yeah, they need to spread that.
So I was like,
yeah.
well, I got to start over. So every round was some reason I had to start over and start dating someone else.
Yeah, the puppet was weird too. That's like a really complicated mechanic.
Yeah. It's fun, but it's also kind of like it's steeped in that party game-ness where you kind of wonder whether you should bother to, to really game the system, because try to win, because you're like, everything's so bonkers.
Yeah, the witch just kind of wins for free.
Yeah,
to be honest.
really good.
She's definitely top tier in that game.
Yeah, we should do a tier list. I guess some of them would be very specific to the group you're playing with. The mother seemed incredibly strong with this particular group.
Yeah.
Where nobody seemed to be able to match up. There's a lot of rejections.
Yeah, there were. We had that one round with the latency spike that just screwed everyone.
Yeah, that stunk. Especially since that was the game that.
I know that was the.
That
was crucial.
Yeah, that was the crucial game. That's right. Yeah, Mandel got the puppet twice. It sucks.
Yeah, he kind of got screwed with those.
I don't think people were like dating based off of the current rankings either, which is tough because I try to like work that angle where I'm like, hey, make sure let's all do this and let's all do that. You know, like you with Secret Hitler, where suddenly you try to like wrangle everyone into playing your strategy.
Yeah.
In a way that does benefit them. You know. Hey, everybody, let's all try to date around so the curse goes away.
It's tricky with the limited messages and everything.
Yeah.
So we're gonna make our way to the power room here. If you were here for Leon A yesterday, when we were talking about the self-destruct sequence being activated,
yep,
we're gonna learn a little bit about that today. But by that I mean we're just gonna see what was happening when that happened. because, like in an action movie, if you punch the control panel, it sets off the self-destruct sequence.
Yes. Has there ever been anything in real life that has a self-destruct sequence?
Oh, it gotta be. I think, well, I don't know if it's just in The Walking Dead, but the CDC, right?
CDC.
The Center for Disease Control, if it loses power for too long, it blows up so that the diseases stored there don't get loose.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's like my favorite part of the show.
No, I mean, that's real life. Then
I hope so.
That's awesome.
I think this shot's pretty great too. There's just like the lava just keeps splashing. There we go. Sorry, we're going over time a little bit here.
It's okay. We actually so Limbo is Frank at 5, and he's like, that's like, we'll be very, very lucky if he gets here in time for that.
Oh, okay.
So we might need to stall for a little bit anyway to wait for Frank to show up for 5. Which is good. And then during that time, I have to make sure that we can get the sticks working for Terradrome on this machine.
That's right, the Banksy painting. Did you hear about that?
Oh, the self-destructing painting.
Yes.
That's right.
Oh, that was so cool. Like that was like is this Batman the animated series right now? Like,
right.
Oh, it's so good. I love it.
Where is she?
Of course, Sherry ran away again, which kind of works to our advantage. So like I said, she can take care of herself. So because it was kind of neglected earlier, we're going to pick up the submachine gun here. Just to maybe make it feel better. Yep. That's the rocket launcher. We can use that too if you guys want, but... We're just going to take herbs just in case I get hit a bunch by the last boss like a nerd.
Oh, my inventory is going to be about 40 to 50%, 40 to 60% healing items at all times.
Yeah, see the thing is, we get back into yearly night marathons again, I'm probably going to try harder than I did this year, I feel like. This year it was like, I kind of knocked the rust off a little bit, but last night marathon, like, I was on the cusp of being ready to race for Resident Evil 3, right?
Right,
like,
yep.
I had, like, special routes planned out, and now I'm just like, I think there's a thing over here.
Right. Yeah, like, I've been practicing pretty good this year, but even then, like, I'm not entirely sure where all the ammo I want is in, like, 7. And I'm calling a lot of audibles in 3, you know?
Yeah.
So feel it out a little bit.
Mom!
Sherry, you have to escape. I know I've been a terrible mother, but I still love you. Forgive me.
Sherry, we have to go now.
Yeah. For like a fairly major character to the plot, Annette Birkin dies pretty unspectacularly. What I do like about her in that respect, though, is that, like, she gets, like, slapped over a railing into, like, the water treatment pool, climbs out, then she faints again, apparently wakes up later, catches up to Leon, has a pipe fall on her head, and then comes out, shoots Ada, and then gets shot by Ada and finally dies. Pretty good. But all things considered, she really bounces back a lot.
Apparently today is Elvis's 10th birthday.
Oh, that's good. He's a good cat. What kind of car is that? Is that like a German car key, maybe? It looks almost like a BMW key. She kind of is never in the right place at the right time, was she?
okay? I'll go and get this thing moving.
Oh yeah, VW. Yeah, see? German automobile key, right? Yeah, the master key.
So I'm gonna head back. Oh wait, I thought you pressed it. Never mind.
No. Just hang out a lot.
I was gonna say, if Preston's in the chat, then who's sitting on the couch? Who's flying the plane? Whoa.
Probably gonna try and sneak off another nap before the tournament.
Oh yeah, you got some time to do that.
It's not a bad idea. I'm gonna be in fighting shape.
5 minutes until detonation.
That's a cool door. It's kind of like Dark Side 2 has some doors like that.
Dark Side?
Dark Seed 2.
Dark
Sorry.
Seed. Oh yes, it does.
Yeah.
It even has some creatures like that. The guys that weird creature who wants pills. His face is basically a series of bars opening and closing.
Mm.
And I hate it.
He's got a pretty bad face.
Donation incentives. Donations going to Pediatric Cancer Research Foundation. The incentives about to expire are a raffle for Resident Evil 4 and 5 Steam codes, and choosing Jill's costume for the Resident Evil 3 run, which is coming up next.
Who is that? The song's pretty good. I don't know why the TV... Oh, I screwed that up pretty bad. Okay. It would be really dumb to die here at this point.
Don't do that.
Here. Use this.
Who are you?
Oh, okay. I forgot that's a thing that can happen.
You lose, big guy.
Got him.
Yep. Alrighty. Now we finally get to use submachine gun. Its time has arrived.
Play the game.
Oh, yeah. I always think it looks pretty funny when you shoot things with the submachine gun in this game. I really should have used it for some lickers, though, because they're really funny looking when they get shot by it. They go into that, like, crouch pose from their lick attack, and they just, like, convulse violently, but they, like, slide backwards super fast, too. It's really funny. Yes. Actually gonna do this too.
We're $20 away from VR mode.
Oh, we're so close. Yeah, and I wish the Chicago typewriter was like that in RE4, but we kind of miss out on that because most of the enemies die from the first bullet, so they don't like keep convulsing from every shot, which is really too bad. Though if you're anything like me, you were weird and stingy with ammo in RE4, and the TMP was used one bullet at a time to just like hit him in the head and then go neck snap them with Unk or whatever, or suplex people with the Unk.
Are you okay?
Yes, I'm fine.
It's over.
No. I have to find my brother.
So, those of you here yesterday might remember the little post-game message that says to discover the true ending to the story in this complete B scenario.
My God has protected you.
My God has protected you.
Claire.
Sherry.
Oh gosh, I used a lot of TMP on the island. The train to Busan. Preachy! Yeah.
Warning. Biohazardous outbreak imminent. The emergency system has been activated. This train will detonate. Repeat, this train will detonate.
No! What's wrong with this thing?
I don't know. The door won't open.
Ooh, yeah. White face. Who's currently entertaining mother-in-law face.
So I'd say this is actually probably number 3 for top 3 William Birkin forms. Which is, as I like to call him, Tooth Trapezoid.
Hanging off the back of the train too. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. I like that it looks like it has like 2 big eyes and like a weird nose.
Yep.
Yeah. Kind of expands to fill the space there. There's not really much to this as a boss fight, just kind of use whatever guns you have left and try to shoot it a lot. Then eventually he kind of turns purple and flattens out a little bit. I don't know what's up with that. Just, this is the saddest looking pile of slime. In a butt way. I actually think this is one of my favorite FMVs from this game, just in terms of being an action scene. It's pretty memorable for me. This is Zelda like boss death, yeah.
What?
Leon, stop the train!
I can't. The door to the control room is locked.
Of course it's still coming.
Sherry, get back! That's what I call ugly. Claire, where are you?
You don't give up, do you?
Sherry, What are you doing?
We have to stop the train, right? I can do it.
Sherry! Persistent, aren't you? Well, come and get it.
It's like,
Which one's the right switch? Maybe this one? Sherry! Claire! Ah!
I love Claire's role here where she's like, Sherry literally pushed that giant red button. She was like, oh, that red button.
Finally.
Are you okay, Sherry?
I'm okay.
Where's Leon? Leon? Leon!
Right here.
Leon!
You're both safe.
It's sting every time Perfect shows up.
That was a close one. That was pretty impressive back there, Sherry.
It was nothing. I saw someone do that on TV once.
Come on. We've got to move out.
Now what's the problem? Is something following us?
Hey, we still have a job to do.
She's like, come on, Leon, stay on task. Jeez.
Can't mean.
Chris, I have to find you.
Yep, there we go. Resident Evil 2 B scenario. I've got the cool cinematic credit scene in this version of the game as well.
Alright, let's give out these Steam codes for Resident Evil 4 5. And the big winner is... Oh, Anonymous.
What?
Congratulations, Anonymous. They didn't want their name on.
Okay.
So you win.
Someone out there is gonna get some video games.
Oh, am I? Am I not?
I see on my screen only one person has tickets.
Yeah, that's them. Their display name is Anonymous. Sorry.
Oh. Resident Evil 1 and 2 Steam codes?
4 and 5. So, yep.
Oh, that's the wrong one to be active?
Oh, maybe.
Oops. Yep. Okay, yeah, you're right. And, it's okay. Yep, I said the wrong one to be active. So, Silent Hill 1 is not currently active. Resident Evil 1 was active. Who's active?
Probably the Terror Drone. That one's gonna expire in like 2 minutes, so we can probably see it. Well, don't expire it quite yet, but yeah.
Won't expire it, but
It's supposed to be Terror Drone. Yeah. I'm gonna get it set up.
Yeah, so I guess last chance to try and dethrone Disco Suit Jill.
Yep.
If you hate freedom, but also hate cancer. So, I mean,
right.
It's a trade-off.
Good job, Claire. Good job, Claire B.
Yeah. Alright. I think we can just kind of shut this off. We might have unlocked the chain gun for no saves, which is pretty fun. Alright, so let's switch this off. Oh, yeah.